Hi guys, welcome to another week of meal preps. Today I am grocery shopping at Walmart and I had a pretty busy week this week, so I am preparing one cold lunch, a warm dinner, and then a breakfast that I could just eat in the car on the go. And first things first, I'm gonna grab some grapes for my snack and I'm gonna make a salad this time. So I'm grabbing some romaine lettuce. I'm also gonna grab this spring mix that has spinach in it just to vary the salad up a little bit. Grabbing some cherry tomatoes, and I'm gonna grab a red onion because I'm gonna pickle some onions. I have some carrots and potatoes for dinner. I'm gonna make a shepherd's pie, and here I have some dressing. This is the avocado ranch from Chick-fil-A and it's super good. For breakfast, I'm gonna make French toast, so I'm grabbing just a big loaf of bread for $1. I'm also grabbing some chicken breast for my salad, some turkey bacon to add because if I'm having something sweet for breakfast, I need something savory to balance it out. Here I have 2 sausages that I won't be using in my meal prep. This is just for a seafood boil with friends later. I have some avocado spray and some ground turkey. I'm grabbing a carton of eggs and just making sure that none of my eggs are cracked. And I'm grabbing some coffee creamer, not because I drink any coffee, but because I'm going to put this in my French toast for flavoring, as well as some milk. Here I have some Greek poultry seasoning, just because I want to change up the way I'm seasoning my chicken. And I have some canned sweet corn. I'm going to grab some barbecue lace just for the ride back. Now I'm loading up my car and heading home. I arrived at the house and my total came out to be around $74, but not including the sausages in this meal prep, it'll probably have been around $67. I'm jumping right into breakfast and I'm just gonna rip up this bread and putting it in a baking dish. And you could just cut this bread up if you want with a knife, but I thought it'd be easier to just cut it up with my hands. Now I'm adding and cracking around 10 eggs into a bowl. And I'm adding 1 cup of my vanilla flavored coffee creamer and 1 cup of milk. I'm sprinkling in some cinnamon as well as some nutmeg, and I'm getting this nice and incorporated by whisking it. Now I'm pouring the solution into my bread, and I decided to add another cup of creamer, another cup of milk, and another egg with my spices because I didn't think it was wet enough. I'm mixing this again and just adding the remaining batter on top of my bread. And I'm just going to push this down a little bit to make sure that every piece of bread is soaked evenly. I grabbed another dish and I'm adding some avocado oil and just painting it on with a brush because my spray-on avocado oil did not work. It was like broken. I have to return it. And now I'm laying out my turkey bacon so that I could just bake this real quick in the oven. And this should take no time to bake. Now I'm going to close this with aluminum foil and I'm going to add it to the oven. And I preheated my oven to 450 and I'm just leaving that in there until I could smell that it's ready. Now it's time to make my salad. I'm going to cut the stem off of my lettuce and then I'm going to make cuts in between the ridges. And I learned this little trick on YouTube. This is why I love YouTube. I always learn so much. I'm also going to add my spring mix with my spinach inside. And I'm going to give this a good rinse to make sure that the salad is clean. Next, I'm chopping up my red onion because I'm going to pickle it. And I was so excited. I've never pickled an onion before. And I don't know why I haven't done it before because this was so good, you guys. And it was super easy to make. All I did was add 1 cup of water into a pot and 1 cup of vinegar. I also added a tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of salt. I stirred this up in a pan and just let the solution simmer. Removed it before it started to boil and then just added all my onions into this big mason jar and poured the solution over the onions. I'm adding a little bit of cloves, I think this is what that's called, and just pushing that in there. And the cloves just added additional flavor. You could do fine without them, but I personally like the flavor that it gave it. Now I'm patting dry some chicken breast that I have cleaned. I'm adding some of that poultry season that I got at Walmart. and some smoked paprika. And the poultry seasoning already has salt, so I didn't have to add any salt. I'm putting this into my pan with some avocado oil and then seasoning the other side. Now I'm opening up my French toast because I could smell that it's cooking, so I wanted to see if it's done this. I put a knife in it to see if it was done, and it was not because the knife is still wet, so I baked it uncovered until it was cooked. My chicken breasts are done, so I'm removing them from the pan and just dicing it up, and this chicken breast turned out to be pretty juicy. I was very happy with it, and I'm cutting it up into cubes so it's easier to eat with my salad. And here's what I have so far for my meal prep. I'm gonna take a break and just finish this meal prep tomorrow because I was really busy and it was past my bedtime. So here I am the next day. I actually went back to the store to get more chicken breast because I realized I didn't have enough for the week for my salad. And now I'm gonna start on dinner. I'm gonna peel my potatoes for my shepherd's pie, and then I'm gonna chop these up into smaller cubes. I'm gonna heavily salt my water, mix this up, and then put my potatoes in the pot. I'm also gonna boil 5 eggs for my salad because I really like hard-boiled eggs on my salad, and for additional protein as well. Now here are my eggs chopped up, and my cherry tomatoes that I cut in half, and the rest of my chicken breast. Here I have my pickled onions, which you can see have had plenty of times to pickle overnight, and my delicious avocado lime sauce. Now I'm gonna assemble my salad toppings in these mason jars. I'm gonna start with my pickled onions. Now I'm adding my cherry tomatoes and my sweet corn, a generous amount of chicken, and then I have my hard-boiled eggs on top. I didn't season these eggs because I thought that the avocado lime ranch dressing would be plenty. Now I'm putting a lid on my mason jars. I got these little separate containers at Food Lion for my dressing, and then I filled some other containers that I have lying around from other things. Then I grabbed a bunch of bowls from my cabinet that I thought would be big enough to add my lettuce. I recommend that if you do not have a salad spinner and you plan on making a salad, please get a salad spinner because it took me forever to dry this lettuce and I had to use paper towels and I had to dry it overnight. But if I had a salad spinner, this process would have been much easier. This is how my salad looks like when I put it into my little salad container, and I got this container at Amazon, and this container just makes salad assembling super easy. But I would say that it's the same convenience as the mason jars because the mason jars worked pretty well. Now we are starting on dinner. I'm gonna put some vegetable oil into a pan with some yellow bell peppers and some white onions that I chopped up. And then I'm gonna add my ground turkey into this mix. I'm breaking this meat apart and I'm gonna season this. I'm gonna add some of that Greek poultry seasoning because this made my chicken taste really good. I really like this seasoning. Also adding some lime pepper and some smoked paprika. I also decided to add some black pepper in the mix and some Dominican oregano. After mixing this up, I added a little bit of tomato sauce and now I'm stirring this together. My potatoes are done boiling, so I added some butter and some milk, and now I'm getting this mashed up. To assemble my shepherd's pie, I'm adding my meat in the bottom, and I did grease this pan slightly. And then I'm adding my potatoes up top, and it was really my intention to chop up some carrots and add this to my meat, but I just forgot, so I didn't end up using my carrots at all. I also wanted to use some frozen peas that I had in the freezer and add that to my meat for extra veggies, but I couldn't because my peas got freezer burn, so I had to toss those in the trash. But this, although not very balanced, turned out to be really good anyways. Now I'm taking out all my containers for my breakfast, and here I have my bacon that I store in the fridge, and now I'm adding a big piece of French toast into my container and just having my bacon on the side. And I actually was able to eat this pretty easily in the car. I just heated up in the morning for about a minute, and the French toast did not need any sugar because the coffee creamer sweetens it plenty for my taste. I'm checking on my shepherd's pie and it's nice and brown up top and it's bubbly. That's how I know it's done. And here I have everything that I made. Here is my breakfast. I rate this breakfast like a 9 out of 10. It was really good and convenient. And then my salad, man, I rate the salad a 10 out of 10. I don't know why I haven't made salad sooner, because every time that I had to eat lunch, I would just get so excited. And I feel like the dressing made a huge difference for that. I also have my shepherd's pie, which ended up being very good as well. That is the end of my meal prep. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on my next one.